Hello. See, Deborah and Sandra have arrived. How's everybody doing? Um, for these meditations, I usually just do chatting in order to communicate because I'm going to be talking a lot throughout this. So it's mostly just you kind of sitting back and receiving, but feel free to say hello if you'd like in the chat area. I'll go ahead and say hi. Yeah, you can let me know how you're feeling, how you're doing today. Um, and yeah, I usually like to, I start these out a few minutes in just to give people a little bit of time to sort of trickle in. Um, and yeah, I talk a little bit about the astrology, and then I bring in the Reiki and do a little bit of a guided meditation. So, yeah, hello, Sandra. Yeah, I know I've been feeling pretty good. This is going to be my last meditation for a few months with all of you because I'm about to go on my maternity leave. I've actually already kind of technically started it, and this is like one of the last things that I'm doing. Hello, John. Good to see you again. Yeah, it's probably going to be kind of a little bit of a smaller group today because I didn't blast it out. I've been really pulling back and going into my inward space as I could give birth at any minute. But I'm not doing it right now, so here I am. Um, and yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit. I guess I'll go ahead and get started. So yeah, we have this new moon that's coming up, and it's a spicy new moon. It is on Friday, on the 16th of October, and it's a new moon in Libra. And new moons are oh, no sound, really? Is everybody it might just be Deborah, but yeah, it should be working because I did a sound check before this. So yeah, I can just if you guys could type in if you can hear me. Hello, hello. Okay, Sandra can. Great. Yeah, it might have just been somebody's connection not quite working. So okay, excellent. Hopefully Deborah can figure that out on her end. So yeah, but as I was saying, there is going to be this new moon, and yeah, it's kind of an intense new moon because we have it squaring all of those planets in Capricorn that we've been dealing with, which is Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. And that's like a lot of squares between a new moon. So this is, and we also have like Uranus, I believe, is also doing some interesting kind of squares with this moon as well, and with the sun. So this is definitely going to be a time of a lot of like possible conflict. It's a time when people are really hungry for power, and that is kind of going to be a theme of this month ahead, because the new moon sort of tends to set the the energy for the month. And this is it's going to be an interesting month. And if you're here in the US, we have our election coming up. We have Mercury in retrograde as a part of our election process. It's actually moving out of retrograde exactly on November 3rd, which is election day. And that is, Mercury is in Scorpio, which is definitely not a sign for Mercury to be in. That is, that, holds back on its like communication. Like it's willing to cut you with words, Mercury in Scorpio. And the fact that it's going back into, it's going into forward motion on election day, it it really means that we might have to deal with some drama. And hold on, I'm going to just say something to Deborah. Hopefully she can get her sound figured out. But yeah. So, I think this is a time period where you definitely have to be willing to like ride the waves and to not let anger take control, because there's going to be a lot of opportunities for us to get angry. When we have all these Capricorn planets squaring this new moon, the new moon is very emotional. It wants to begin things. It wants to bring understanding to both sides because it's a moon in Libra and we have the sun in Libra conjunct. So it means that people are thinking about partnerships. They're thinking about equality between things. Libra is the sign of the scales and it wants to keep everything in equilibrium. But with all this Capricorn energy, somebody wants to hold on to the power because Capricorn does really love to, have control over the situations. And with this conjunction of Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto in Capricorn, that is like those are very transformational energies because Pluto always wants to transform things. And Jupiter wants to expand. It wants to like go bigger. It wants to make things large and exciting. And then Saturn is there as well. And Saturn wants to constrict, and Saturn wants to go back. Saturn wants to make sure it's done right. And those three planets together in Capricorn, it's uncomfortable. It's been the theme of the year. This has been going on since, January, and we're kind of reaching the end of it, which is nice, but it's going to go out with a bang. So I would say that like we're revisiting this sort of energy several times this year. It started in January. I think it also intensified like around June, which was also a very intense month. And now October is kind of the culmination and the ending, if you will, of this, or at least the beginning of the ending of this, Capricorn square energy. So, yeah, I would say be prepared to ride the waves. Don't let yourself get triggered. And that's going to be kind of what this meditation is about, is how we can make sure that we are kind of going with the flow as much as we can. And this new moon could bring up some issues around things you're trying to build. It could really bring in a lot of frustration, and the way to deal with that is to just be kind of persistent and determined, and to not let yourself get too upset if things don't quite go the way that you want them to go at this moment, because it's like we're in a long-term kind of game right now. So you have to think very long-term with like what you're trying to accomplish as far as like your goals go and for what you're building. So yeah, I guess let's go ahead and get into the meditation. So everybody, you can go ahead and find a nice place to lay down. It's really good to go into these like feeling kind of centered, and I like to be lying down. You can also be sitting up. Just make sure that you can kind of prop your body up so that you feel like you're supported, so that you can really allow yourself to relax and to let the energy in. I'm going to start the music here. So just kind of coming into your body here and finding yourself lying on the floor, on a yoga mat, or on a couch. You'd be laying in your bed. You can also be sitting up in a chair with your feet on the floor and with your back resting against the back of the chair. And just trying your best to find a nice comfortable position where you feel supported and where you feel grounded. Let's just take a nice deep breath together. And go ahead and inhale. And exhale. Begin inhaling. And exhaling completely. And just continue to breathe nice and deeply. And try to make your inhales nice and long, and if you can, make your exhales twice that length. And just start to feel your body beginning to relax, feeling any tension and any stress just starting to melt away into whatever's holding you. And I want you to imagine that floating above your head, about 1.5 feet from the crown of your head, is a glowing ball of golden light. It's about the size of your fist. It's white and golden and sparkling. Just imagine that it's pulsating and starting to grow larger and larger. This glowing ball of light is filled with Reiki, with life force energy. And it's expanding larger and larger until it's the size of a grapefruit, sparkling and golden, until it's the size of a basketball. And watching it just continue to glow and pulsate. It gets bigger and bigger. And seeing that light becoming the size of a beach ball, sparkling and growing closer and closer to the crown of your head until it's nearly 2 feet wide and beginning to touch the crown of your head. And now this light begins to descend into your body, pulsating and glowing. And as it touches your head, you feel this beautiful, relaxing energy begin to enter through your crown, making its way down around your forehead, your temples, feeling that relaxation spreading around your eyes, feeling your jaw loosening as the light moves downwards, moving around your tongue, the back of your head, feeling that light traveling down into your neck, moving further and further down into your body, into the tops of your shoulders, feeling that light twisting around your shoulder blades, moving around towards your heart, feeling the light entering into your heart, massaging away any stress there, feeling it moving around your upper back, continuing to flow down your spine, touching each vertebrae, releasing and relaxing as the light continues to travel downwards, moving around your lungs, in your internal organs, releasing any tension in your middle back, down into your lower back, and around your abdomen. That golden sparkling light just continuing to melt away any tension as it continues to travel downwards into your hips, feeling that light glowing, massaging your tailbone, twisting around into your upper legs, moving down into your thighs, into your knees. That golden light just continues to soften and relax your body, your calf muscles, all the way down into the heels of your feet, the arches, your toes. And now feeling that light entering into your arms, moving downwards into your elbows, twisting around your forearms, into your wrists, all the way down into your hands and the tips of your fingers. And now seeing your entire body encased in golden white light, seeing it glowing and pulsating and sparkling, and tuning into any places in your body that are still feeling a little bit tight, any spots where maybe you're holding on to any sort of tension. Just send some extra light to those areas. See it glowing more intense, this beautiful golden light just intensifying and sparkling. And as it does so, just watch any of that older, more stagnant, dark energy just beginning to break up and allow it to just flow outwards towards the back of your body. Watch it just seeping away. And you find yourself standing in a huge, almost seemingly endless hallway. It has large vaulted ceilings, and it's made of stone. And as you walk down this hallway, you see that it's lit with skylights above through those huge arched ceilings. And there are warmer lights that light the way near your feet as you walk down this wide hallway. And as you walk past the stone, you see see that the light is becoming bluer ahead of you. And suddenly, instead of being surrounded by stone, the stone transitions into large glass walls, and you realize that you are in a tunnel that is underneath the ocean. And you can see the ocean to your left and to your right, behind the glass that's occasionally supported by these huge stone pillars, as if you're walking in a huge aquarium. Only it's you that are observing within the world of the ocean instead of you observing the ocean in your own world. There are fish swimming by, you can see sharks, and it's very peaceful. And as you walk towards the ending of this hallway, you see that it opens up into this enormous glass-domed room. The floor is made of stone, and the ceilings arch all the way, almost, it seems like 100 feet into the air. And the panes of glass are supported by stone, and you're also just surrounded by the ocean. And as you look out into this viewpoint, you see faintly in the distant, dark, deep blue water, enormous shapes traveling towards you. And as they come into view, you realize that there's a pod of whales heading your way. And these whales are enormous, and yet they are moving gracefully through the water. And as they enter into your view, you feel a sense of peace. And so you walk closer to the glass, just watching them. And as you approach the glass, you pause and you put your hand out and touch the smooth surface. And yet, instead of it being glass, your hand passes right through and into the sea itself. You're now aware this is the moment where you can pass through into that realm. And the whales are inviting you. They're inviting you to swim with them. And so you move through the glass, and as you emerge on the other side, you realize that you're no longer in your body. And you see the whales in front of you, and you realize that you yourself have become a whale as well. And here in this space, within this new form, you realize your power. You realize that you are one with the ocean, that you're one with the earth, and you remember how perfectly designed you are for this world. And so you begin to swim, feeling the power moving through your body, feeling yourself completely at peace, in complete trust of your abilities to move, your ability to be given all that you need in order to survive. And the whales are here to remind you that you're perfectly adapted, that whatever the sea brings your way, you can handle it. You swim with these whales up towards the surface of the water. You see it growing closer and closer. And with the powerful strokes of your tail, you increase your speed. Faster and faster, you're traveling upwards until you emerge from the ocean. Out of the water, you leap and then crash into the waves below you. And as you do that, you feel this beautiful sensation of old energy being knocked off of you. You feel yourself shedding anything that is stagnant, anything that's not serving you, anything that you've picked up along the way. And taking deep breaths of air, again you dive back down into the ocean, swimming with your fellow creatures, feeling peaceful and knowing that you can handle the depths. And you swim back down and see that underwater tunnel, knowing that it's time for you to return to your body. You fearlessly swim towards the glass, and as your eye touches the glass, you find yourself once again standing back in that hallway. And you turn around and see your whale friends watching you and acknowledging you. And their final parting message is that you can handle whatever is coming your way, that you're strong and as powerful. It is perfectly instinctually prepared for whatever happens. You just have to trust. And so the whales swim away and you watch them go. And you feel invigorated. And as if some of the tension you held earlier has left your body. And just taking a nice deep breath in and exhaling. And just starting to really reconnect with your physical form, letting your consciousness come back into your body. Again, inhaling completely Just letting your consciousness slowly return, feeling yourself against the table or against whatever you're lying on, the couch, the floor, the chair. And whenever you're ready, you can close your eyes or open your eyes. Sorry. And just come back in. Just come back into your body completely. If you wiggle your toes or your fingers. And yeah, that is our meditation for the day. Bringing in some whale energy. Because I've been thinking a lot about whales myself. So yeah, I hope that you all enjoyed that. Make sure you drink some water after that meditation. Definitely let me know if you have any questions in the chat. I'll hang out a few more minutes. You're welcome, Kristen. Sandra, also you're welcome. Glad you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, I'm going on my maternity leave, so I will be not here for quite a few months, I believe. I probably won't be back until 2021, and gonna have a baby, so different times. But yeah, it's been really wonderful to share this energy with you, and I hope that helped you to kind of like feel back into your body, because I feel like we are well equipped to live in our world and to live in our reality, and sometimes we just have to remember to just trust and to allow ourselves to trust in times, even when it's hard, and even when it's difficult, even when we feel very triggered. We have to just trust that that we're safe, or we have to trust that we'll know when we need to move, or we'll know what we need to do at the time instead of worrying about it. So yeah. Oh, thank you for the congratulations on the baby. And yeah, I'm glad you could get the sound to work, Deborah. Sorry about like the confusion at first, but yeah, thank you for coming. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I guess sign off here. I usually say, oh, I offer one-on-one sessions, but I'm actually not offering sessions until next year. So taking a little bit of a break, and I hope that you all have I believe it'll be probably in 2021 when I start doing these again. I might try to record some in the meantime, but this is my first baby and I have no idea the amount of time and space it's probably going to take up in my life. So I can't make any promises right now. Thank you, John. Yeah, and I know that there are, like, they always record these meditations, so you could do this one again if you would like to. And yeah, I am on here. I'll put on you can always find me on my website if you want to get in touch. I'll put it up here. Yeah, that is how you can find me. And yeah, I am going to be trying to record some of these, but yeah, no guarantees as to when I can get around to it, because I just don't know mom stuff. But we shall see. Hopefully I'll be able to like get a little bit of time in to do something like that. So all right, I will see all of you, I guess, next year. And it's really been a pleasure doing these meditations, and I hope you all have a really beautiful evening. Remember to drink lots of water and stay hydrated, and I will see you all again in the future. All right, bye.